Hey, Dave, not here at 123daytrade.com. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Today is Friday, May 18th, 2018. I am back in that combine. Man, it seems like I've been saying that for a long time. Going back to my old trading style and adding that second contract. So I took one out at the lows around that 28 mark. I got out at 31. And the second contract is getting close to being stopped here, but it'll be a positive as I went and took profit on one as it came back, and then the second one, as we've seen this over and over again, may or may not hold. Um, I'm going to be basically a short only trader, except at certain times when I see an obvious long. So that's something I'm going back to. Dark side trader, as I called it yesterday. This is a GAN signal, is what I got involved in. The GAN and also the 200 bar right here. Those combined helped the entry point and the sell-off. Now, whether it stays down or not, I don't know. It's option expiration, so futures and options expiring June. So the odds of it me getting stopped out are pretty good. So it could go either way. I would assume that I'll get stopped though. But the good news is that trading that second allowed me to be at break even for the second. So the first getting out allows me to be at break even on the second. So if it does want to go, I'm ready. I don't have to take a loss on it either. So I'm actually willing to give 2 ticks to 49 and go to minus 10. I mean plus 10. I think if it goes to 49, it goes to 51, it goes up through 57. But sevens are pretty easy to hit. Just no matter how far is this market going to go up before it starts to come back down again, and how much profit do I want to give away? It's still a break-even trade no matter how you look at it. Well, that does allow us to hold at 49, so we'll do that. Maybe this will be the top of this up move now. Second contract is going after the GAN number of 70.35. 10 ticks off of that is 70.45 today. A lot of interest there at 48. You saw it. Check it out. retracements are always a pain in the ass. You know, a signal that's good, it's good, only good until it's not good, right? This has been happening all session, by the way. Every time that we've went down, even with the 330. So here's 330. This is the highest volume bar of the trading session on July contract. And then it traded down, and then it went back up. Then it finally came down to a 1p mark right here. Then it traded up, and it came down to a 2p mark. Then it traded up, then traded down, and never got to a 3p. So, and this move itself up through here, I think I was in 45, right in this area there, 47. So this move down through here allowed that contract there to get the 1p move, and then I exited right in here. It's not a great trade, but it's been the way the market has been operating today. And being a short only trader, for the most part, unless I see a real true bottom, allows me to stage into the market and still make a little bit of money. So the market traded all the way back up to 55, almost to the settlement line right now. I think settlement's at 57. So the third Friday of the month is probably overall I think the third, probably the hardest trading day. And getting a gain on a day like today is probably a wise thing. I mean, it's not a lot, but you know, after I screwed up yesterday by, you know, just finally, I threw in the towel is what I did. I said, you know what I've been trying to accomplish isn't working. I've got a pretty good system on the short side. I might as well just allow myself the ability to trade what I know and stop worrying about things that I can't figure out, at least for now. If I want to start trying to figure it out again, I want to be in a better place, mentally, spiritually, and physically. I want to be in a better place, especially mentally. Right now, I'm pretty beat up mentally. So going back to the things in my toolbox I know that work, my trader's toolbox I know that work, like I know the GAN signal works when I see it, especially when it correlates with a high probability line. And the high probability line is this is a 200 bar SMA. That correlates really well with a movement. Now it's not a lot, but hey, the market was showing that it would go a 1p move on a down. So that's what I saw previous. At the 8 o'clock mark, we really didn't see anything here. So 8 o'clock opens up when I looked at it, and I didn't like the way it looked. This looked pretty ugly, and there was no high volume bars to speak of. Then we saw this up here at 8:31. So 8:31 got me thinking that maybe we got something that we can do. And I missed this area right here. And after I missed this, I thought, all right, so I missed it. I missed this movement here. But this was 35 and this was 28. So I said, all right, we made a lower low. So if I can find a valid place to get short, Because honestly, look at this right here. This movement here, let me get my screen draw tool out. As I looked at this movement, here's that top, and I'm looking for a crossover above this. And this whole down movement, we didn't get a crossover till over here. So this whole move went on without setting up what I like to get into. And I didn't feel confident about a fake out up here, because this could have just as easily been going there. So it bottomed out here, and I said, all right, well, if I see something that's a valid signal from here, then I will take it. So then this happens. Now, you could argue that it looks like this here, but I missed this move, because in my humble opinion, this was only the third, not 4. So it started from here, but I didn't count this one because this is the top of that. This one here kind of coincided with this 1, 2, and I counted 3, but maybe I should have counted this one 1, 2, 3, and then 4 here. So I miscounted this GAN signal right there, but I didn't miscount this one 1, 2, 3, and then 4. This is when I got in originally, and then I had second contract through here, coming in, got in, and now we're here. So what have we done so far? I can tell you this though, when we put a bottom in like this, it works like a triple bottom. We have 25, we have 28, and we have 35. I'm going to tell you that can be a strong long signal unless we bust through the lows here. So we can easily head back and up, at least to pivot, I would think, to 76. So we're in kind of a no man's land now. We've had 3 times down. It could go up, it could go down. What I would want to see from this point forward would be some real high volume bar, something to get me excited. Whoops. Something to get me excited about wanting to be in a trade. And we haven't had that this session. It's been picking away at the market. So I did take a trade on. It falls into my toolbox. It's not an awesome. The only reason I really liked it was the 200 bar crossing, us not being able to get up over it, and establishing this move. If you look at it from a technical standpoint, what's going on? It's like a channel, and then you have your channel break. Bear pennant, whatever you want to call it, but you have your channel break to this market. So you can see the channel in there, and then you can see the GAN working its way through here. And then 4th time in through. That's how I viewed that market, and I didn't count this because it's below the channel. And this wasn't the start of it either. So I mean, you could have looked at it that way, and I thought about it originally like this, but it looked like a better channel through here. And especially once we reached the 200 bar, then I started thinking, all right, it's looking pretty good. It's not really been able to fight over that 200 bar. Looks like it has some down potential to it. Now we're in what I would call no man's land now, where I've taken the signal. There's a triple bottom on right now. The market is in where it could just as easily go up as down. So it's best to stand aside until you see something that you like. And for me, it would probably have to be a move up, maybe even as high as the 200 bar, SMA on the 5-minute chart up to the 65 level, up to pivot up here, and get some high volume bar. I think if we get up through here, we're going to see some high blue bars, and that could trace the market back down again. From here, you can see that, if you're looking at the 5-minute chart, we're trading in what I would call a channel right now. We're inside a trading range, congestion area, whatever you want to call it. But right through here, let me blow this up, and we can. So I picked it off from here going down. Now it's heading back down again. So go figure. And it just take as much profit as you can on a day like today that's not really offering much, as we move from June out to July and people moving between two contracts. Honestly, the best chance for it to fall is when I got involved in it, coming through that. I mean, you could argue that if we get down here, then we could break through. It'll be the fourth time through, and it could be a strong down from there. But don't forget what today is. It's futures and option expiration, and a lot of controlled movement going on right now. Because in other words, you got to be comfortable taking a break-even trade. All right, I'm gonna pause from here. If I see anything valid, I'll let you know. All right, so here's that triple bottom I'm talking about. It's like, what was it? Yeah, whoops. Why does that keep doing that? So you have this, this, and this. Each bottom is being, every time we reach down, we're coming up. So when we went down this time, we went up here. We went down this time, we came up here. Went down this time, we came up here. This one was the spooky one, right? Because this one brought back into this exchange. Honestly, if I would have been able to catch it through here, this would have been the trade. Coming in right in that area. That would have been ideally the trade to take on. But I didn't catch that 1, 2, 3 that I wanted to see. It went up and then it came down just as quick as it went up. And then you see this movement through the congestion area, and I got involved in it right there. And I guess what you can see is that the congestion in the trading range that we're in, if you look at the fat of the bars, you have this level. It's roughly like this right now. And I'm looking at this as support, resistance. Back here, prior support becomes resistance. So this seems like, if I'm looking as a trader, if they get this above this level right now, up through here, up above the 54 mark, now the only thing setting up is this, right? So what you have on the 5-minute chart is the Ziggy Man as well. Now you have your shoulder, your other shoulder, you have this. So it could pop down or it could go this way. But each one of these lows have been followed by a crazy up move. All right, I'm going to pause here until I see something I want to, and it's got to be volume related now to want to get involved. Something in the volume. All right, so I finally found what I think is a long signal. I don't know if it's going to work out, but I didn't want to risk much either. Down here at the S1 line. Either it wants to go up or it doesn't, and I don't want to take a risk on the trade. Alright, it didn't work out. That's about how I'm going to handle longs, though. I'm not going to allow it to move against me quickly because the market can just as easily run here. I missed. That would have been the fourth time through, by the way. And obviously I thought about getting in here, but there was no volume to speak of to move. I mean, I took it on here, and I just didn't see the same kind of setup here that sent it down. But then I saw this bar right here. And then I thought it bottomed out. It went down and went up. It went down here, and then I tried to get in right in here. And this movement here was from 1107 to 1109. So it's 2 minutes down here, and then I attempted it. So what I did here is I used this volume, and I used this, and I attempted to get in right there, thinking that we'd move from here. And I used this as a base. And if it did really want to go, then it would have went right there, in my opinion. It didn't, therefore probably is lower, or it might just settle out right in here. So knowing that the market can do anything at once on a Friday, the best thing to do is just to find the exit door as quickly as possible. The longer it hangs out down here, though, the greater it is to go make another low. And ideally, I'd like to have been short from up here. So all right, that I'm going to pause here. There's nothing that I want to, well, nice downward movement here. Just didn't see the volume to show me the way here to allow to trade this here. Down here, when it went up and back here, in my opinion, it could have just as easily went up as down, and I just didn't see it. I didn't see volume on this side to let me know that any move was done. So there we went from, kind of make a triple bottom again, went from 12 to 10 to 9. $71.09 has been a sticking point this week. Obviously, I believe it can get below 7,100 and then do whatever it wants down there. On the hourly chart, we're getting close to the 200 bar SMA. I expect some support right in here. Obviously, we're at the S1 line, so that's support too. But we're right on top of the hourly 200 bar SMA right now too. Pausing, let you know what I can see, if anything, later. Alright, market's kind of slowed down to a dead crawl right now. It came off the lows. I tried here, it went down lower and then it came up. It's alright, this is where I got out actually. This is where I got in, this is where I got out. Then it went down a little bit lower and then it went up. Longs, I'm going to be extremely aggressive on my stops. That's just the way I'm going to trade them on the bottoms. I don't want to lose on longs. I don't mind losing on shorts, but I do not want to lose on longs.
because you never know when the bottom's in. It's a little bit easier with the top. Not that it's easy to trade no matter how. It's a little bit easier with the top than the bottom. It's like a hot butter through bread, or hot knife through what is that? Hot knife through bread or butter or whatever. Hot knife through butter. Yeah. And when you have on a short, it can go down a lot harder and quicker than it sometimes goes up. All right. With that being said, I perhaps we'll look at the last 30 minutes of trading, close 30 as I like to call it. I'm going to pause the video here and then look to the afternoon. That would be the 1 to 1:30 CST time here today. Most likely I won't be doing anything, but I will look at it and let you know what I think. Talk to you in a little bit. Bye now. Alright, long story short, I didn't take the afternoon trade. I didn't like it. End of video as far as it goes. I finished up plus 11. Not a good day, not a bad day, just an okay day, but hey, it's a step in the positive arena with me trading basically what I know. I look forward to Monday. I'll talk to you later. This is Dave Knight here at 123 Day Trade. Thank you. Bye now.